everybody, what is up? Well, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiffany Jetter. It is Saturday. It is currently 7:30 in the morning. And why am I awake so early in the morning? Penelope is actually volunteering today at a pumpkin patch. She needs to get in her volunteer hours at her school because the type of school she goes to, they require a certain number of volunteer hours per year. And you can choose what you want to do, though. They don't make it mandatory. You choose what you want to. She chose to do the pumpkin patch. And she did this last year. They unload pumpkins from trucks and they put them on pallets. And it's at this church. And it's a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of fun. Penelope said it's kind of gross, though, because some of the pumpkins are wet and kind of, I don't know if gooey is the right word, but anyway, and Abigail helps out. Abigail just has fun and helps out. They were really impressed with Abigail last year because most of these people volunteering are junior high, high school, or college. And, you know, most of them are doing it to put credit on their resumes or their papers, or I'm not talking right. But yeah, it was so cute to see Abigail helping. So if I can, I'll try to get some footage of that. Didn't plan on vlogging today. We had some stuff happen last night. Last night was Friday with my dad. If you see my community page, he had a bad seizure at the house, at his house, and Linda, his wife, called me. And we thought it was more serious when it was happening because we didn't know if it was she didn't know if it was a seizure or a stroke. So anyway, he was rushed. She called an ambulance. He was rushed. It was a pretty bad seizure. He was rushed to the hospital, and they made us wait. You know, they make you wait in the emergency room forever. And I was asking the security guard, and he said, your kids can't go back there. He said 14 and under, they can't go back there. And Penelope was just sobbing. Well, both the girls were upset. You know, it just sucks that they have those rules and that kids 14 and under can't go back to a room. She couldn't see her grandpa. Well, and I can't go because I can't leave them alone in the waiting room, you know. So anyway, Linda just went back, and he was coherent. He was starting to get coherent and come back. And he called me on the phone from his room to where I was in the waiting room. And when I knew he was at least making a sensible conversation, I left, and I just, because, I mean, I can't stay there with my kids anyway because we're not allowed to go back into the room. I mean, I could if it was just me, but I can't just leave my kids in an emergency room. And anyway, that was kind of hard because if my kids want to see there, but you know, hospitals have all these rules and regulations, and the guy was explaining to me that their immune systems aren't as good as ours, built up as ours, and they could catch something. So anyway, once I knew that he was making sense, and kind of coming out of it and coming, you know, if you know about seizures and epilepsy, then you understand. And I like to say the dog Barrett that they have, he actually is not a service dog as far as I know, but he kind of helped. I don't know if you say helped save my dad's life, but Linda was actually turned around doing something else, and she was in the kitchen. My dad was in the living room, so she wasn't. When he started to fall, because when he fell and had the seizure, he fell back against the door and just kind of slumped over. The dog, she didn't know at first, the dog started barking, and the dog, Barrett, alerted her, and then she saw my dad slumped over, and she called the ambulance. So thank you, Barrett, who was not even, we didn't even know he was a service dog, but thank God for dogs. And they he was letting us know, and oh, man. Anyway, so that was a crazy night, but we're glad he's okay. We're still, like, you know, and I was just telling y'all that it was good that we found out what was wrong with his dizziness, but him trying to get adjusted to this new medication can throw off everything. And so usually he only has seizures at night in his sleep, but he had a seizure, and he had just told Linda had just got home, and that he had just said, "I love you," and then all of a sudden he blacked out and started having a seizure. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So, I'm sorry, I'm speaking quietly. Okay, I'm about to go wake up the kids. I'll talk to y'all in a bit. Here's our outside kitty. He's come to visit. He's always in our backyard. But if we try to go out, he's gonna run. He's real skittish. I think he's looking for food. I need to go put some food out on the table. Ew, we have a fly problem. Hi, baby. You can stay. You can stay. You don't have to leave. The pumpkin truck is rolling in finally. Everybody, I am now at Walmart. I left dropped the girls at the pumpkin patch, and I'm sorry about the lighting. Let's see if I move this. No. I didn't stay there. Most 95% of the parents don't stay the whole time. The kids just are dropped off and they're there for 2 or 3 hours volunteering. Last year I did stay there the whole time, and I got like lots of video, but I can tell, I mean, this is the life of a teenager. They don't want you around, especially they're with their friends, and they're safe. They're at a church, and I have the lady's number that's in charge, and plus I had to go get gas and go to the bathroom. So just went close by to Walmart, and yes, sorry about the lighting again. Yeah, it's just the life of having a teenager. You know, everything you do embarrasses them. I honestly did brush my hair. I don't know why. And she said, "Mom, your hair's too big. It looks like you didn't brush it." I did. And actually, I got a compliment walking out of the pumpkin patch about my hair. So I was like, okay. You know, the life of a teenager, everything you do is embarrassing. And I'm not blaming her because I was a teenager once, so I understand. I think I am more up in my daughter's business, though, than my mom was. But I don't know, maybe one day she'll appreciate that. So I'm gonna go get gas, because yeah, I have to get gas. And gas is pretty cheap at Walmart, cheaper than other places. So I'm gonna get gas and drop by the house and get my charger and some snacks and food, because directly after they do volunteer work, I have to go be at my dad's at 11, because Linda, his wife, has somewhere to go with her father and her sisters, and right now my dad can't be left unsupervised because we don't know if we have to just be on standby if he could have another seizure, and I don't know. I'll get more details when I get to the house. But so she asked me if I would come by and stay there while she's gone. So yeah, we're gonna hang out with my dad, check on him, make sure, see if he's better. And yeah, I like being at my dad's house anyway. So anyway, that is what's going on. I'll talk to y'all later. Barrett, you go by Grandpa? Oh my gosh. Oh, he's giving you a kiss, Penelope. Or he's maybe smelling the cats. Don't tell me you have cats. Yay, Tech! Woohoo! Great game. Go, Tech, go. You happy, Dad?
Yeah, sure am.
Hey everybody, what is up? I'm just checking in with you guys. So we spent, after the pumpkin patch, we went to my dad's house and hung out with him. We watched the Texas Tech versus Texas game. We are Texas Tech fans here. We beat them. That was such a good game. It had so much anxiety too, but it was such a good game. So far today, my dad has not had a seizure. We've been watching him closely, but he is pretty dizzy, so he can't really stand up for too long, so he mostly just sits on the couch. So yeah, that's still real concerning. I don't know how long this is gonna last with dizziness and how long it'll take to get readjusted with the epilepsy medicine. I don't know. We just hope for the best. I'm glad he didn't have to stay overnight in the hospital, though. That was a big blessing. And I want to say thank you to all of you on my community tab that responded and through Instagram. I got some amazing prayer warriors. We've got some amazing prayer warriors here, and I want to thank you because God hears your prayers, and He you know, my dad didn't have to stay overnight at the hospital, which was a blessing. We still have to watch him in his dizziness and to see if he has a seizure, which is kind of just keeps us on edge, you know, because we're constantly worried. But we know that in the end, everything will be okay and God's will. So anyway, I didn't really film that much. I put a few things on my Instagram story of like being at my dad's, but I just wanted to like be in the moment with my dad and Linda. We watched, like I said, we watched the football game. I don't usually watch football games because my husband is not a sports guy at all. I am a sports person, and well, if like someone's watching football around me, I will watch it. But if nobody's watching football around me, I'm not going to turn it on by myself. Anyway, that's what the deal was. It was really good. It was a great win for Texas Tech. We are back home. And I was going to make hamburger helper, but then we're out of hamburger helper. And honestly, we've been eating like I don't know if anybody eats as much pizza as we do per week, because we went to Orlando's on my anniversary with the kids, Orlando's Italian restaurant, for dinner. And then my husband brought Pizza Hut one night home from work. And I'm just on slim pickings over here until we go grocery shopping. So I saw this prosciutto pizza that we have. We've never tried this brand. We love pepperoni, but we never tried this brand. So yeah, I got that going in the oven, and then me and the girls are just gonna like take it easy and watch Gilmore Girls. We love that. We haven't watched Gilmore Girls all week, so we're trying to get back into it. What, is she working you too hard with the volleyball? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Now look at her out there.
Hold on. So I forgot to tell y'all the good news. I mean, my sister and everybody, we've been worried about my dad. So my sister's coming down this next week to visit. She's coming here on Tuesday, and she's going to stay until Friday. She lives about 6 hours away. She lives in the Dallas area, so we really don't see each other that much. I haven't seen her in a year in person, so that'll be nice to catch up with her. And I should probably organize my refrigerator. Yeah, I'll probably do a lot of cleaning tomorrow after church. Dude, are you drinking that lemonade bottle from your mouth? Look at her. So I'm excited to see my sister because, like I said, it's been a year since I've seen my sister. Hey everybody, good morning. I hope you're doing well. So I have gotten ready for church. Wearing my Tiffany necklace. Need to smooth out this neck. I'm trying not to worry as much as I can. I'm trying to stay calm and just trying to stay just prayerful, mindful. So yeah, I text Linda this morning just to check on my dad, ask how he's doing. Haven't heard from her yet. That was an hour ago, but they could be sleeping. They do sleep in sometimes. She did text me last night around after 10 and said he did have a seizure, another seizure, in the living room. This time she didn't call the ambulance. So, I mean, you don't have to call the ambulance every time someone has a seizure. It just, the way it happened the first time was very scary. And, anyway, I hope everything's okay. We're going to church. We've decided to go back to the church where Penelope got baptized at. I like both church. I don't know. I need to make up my mind which church, but I need to just stay at one church because I keep flipping back between two churches, and yeah, I need to like stay at one church because I think it's just confusing my kids. It's confusing me, but I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, we're going back to the church where Penelope was baptized. She was baptized back in March, and there's actually a lot of people that I thought it was better maybe actually to go back to this church because she has some friends from her school that she plays volleyball with that go to this church, and I thought that may be better for her. And yeah. Anyway, I'm just trying to stay calm and have a good Sunday, and I hope y'all have a good Sunday as well. If I can, I will try to take y'all in church with me.